Hi there, and thanks for joining me again for NCIA's weekly episodes of NCIA Today. I'm your host, Bethany Moore, NCIA's Deputy Director of Communications, checking in with you every week on Fridays with updates on what's happening in the industry and here at NCIA. Of course, we've all heard by now that the Safe Banking Act has passed through the House of Representatives, and now it heads over to the Senate, so let's keep pushing this legislation over the finish line. Head to congress.gov and look up the phone numbers for your senators. And we've recently launched our brand new membership packages this year for NCIA members. Check out all of our new benefits for each membership tier, especially our newest top tier membership level called Evergreen. Head to thecannabisindustry.org/join to learn more about our new membership packages, Evergreen, Blooming, and Seedling. Also, an important announcement. NCIA is currently accepting applications for speakers at all 3 of our trade shows happening later this year, including the Midwest Cannabis Business Conference in Detroit and the Northeast Cannabis Business Conference in Baltimore, plus our 7th annual Cannabis Business Summit and Expo in San Francisco. You can submit your proposals from now through May 24th at thecannabisindustry.org/speaker applications 2021. The deadline, once again, is May 24th. Next, before I highlight some of the new content on our website, we'll be checking in with NCIA's CEO and co-founder, Aaron Smith. In the meantime, here's a reminder to download NCIA's mobile app. Thanks for staying tuned with us. As promised, we've brought our CEO and co-founder, Aaron Smith, right here into the office in the studio to catch up with us about what's happening in policy as well as here at NCIA. So welcome to the show here in the studio, Aaron. It's so nice to be in the office and there's dogs running around and everything like we used to. So getting ready. Yeah. So let's jump right in. We've had our government relations team, Michelle and Mike, on the show talking about what's going on in DC, of course. The big news this last month is the Safe Banking Act and its movement through the House of Representatives once again, which it's passed. So that's where we're at with the Safe Banking Act. What do we see going forward with the Senate?
Well, there's never been an opportunity like this to enact incremental reform and also more sweeping reform that we've been looking to advance in Congress. And that's because we do have a Democratic majority, a slim majority, but a majority nonetheless. And Leader Schumer has indicated that he's not only supportive of the incremental reforms such as the Safe Banking Act, but he's actually looking to advance
Yep, call those senators for sure. If they're already a co-sponsor, thank them. And if they're not yet, try to tell them why it's important to support this legislation. Yeah, there are other pieces of legislation out there like the MORE Act, and of course, every year the appropriations situation is an important aspect of some of the work that we do as well. So there's a lot going on. What else can NCIA members or people in the cannabis industry be doing?
Like you said, calling your senator, either thanking them for co-sponsoring the bill, any of the bills that are out there, or asking them to sign on as a co-sponsor. And anybody can go to our website, thecannabisindustry.org, and find our congressional scorecard to see who's on the bills and who's not. That's it's still really important. Grassroots some efforts like that really make a difference. And then of course also members of NCIA should be also engaged in their states with their members of Congress and senators when they're doing town halls or events.
Absolutely. And I mentioned our new membership packages that we rolled out this year in our 11th year as an organization. So we retooled our
About this evergreen membership tier. This is for companies that, like you said, are really looking to invest in government relations work that we're doing in a really meaningful way. This is for more seasoned businesses that can invest up to $25,000 a year in the advocacy efforts, and in exchange for that, they get direct
Awesome. Yeah, the benefits are listed there in a chart for people to check out all the new benefits and things that we're offering. Yeah, Michelle and Mike in our government relations office are great resources. They've got their finger on the pulse of what's going on behind the scenes in the Beltway, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, thanks for joining us today. Really just wanting NCIA members to stay engaged this year and help us continue to push these efforts across the finish line.
Right, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to doing more of these shows in person. And I encourage any of our members to get involved, come onto our website, contact our staff. We're here to help.
Absolutely. Thank you, Aaron. We'll have
Thank
you
you.
on again soon. All right. So let's take a quick look at some of this week's content on NCIA's website in case you missed it. Point of sale systems are a necessary aspect to running a cannabis dispensary, and compliance is central to our highly regulated industry. So, POS systems need to do more than just be a cash register. Check out the blog by Kova Software about choosing a point of sale system for your dispensary. Next, Benevis Health offers a more personal story this week about attorney Ann Davis and her struggle with multiple sclerosis. The use of medical cannabis for chronic conditions like MS is well known despite a lack of support and collaboration from most patients' doctors. In this blog, Anne shares more about her journey as a self advocating patient and suggestions for what the cannabis industry can do to better serve patients like her. Also, the NCIA team and the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee are proud to announce the recent launch of a new podcast, NCIA's Cannabis Minority Report. The first couple of episodes are ready to go and up on NCIA's website, kicking off with host Khadijah Adams and NCIA board member Khurshid Koja of Greenbridge Corporate Counsel in episode number 1, and Debbie Spranza with Rocky Mountain Cannabis Consulting in episode 2. You can also catch it live on NCIA's Facebook page right here every Monday morning at 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's wrap up this week's show with some reminders. Remember to start getting ready for our Midwest Cannabis Business Conference, now September 22nd and 23rd in Detroit, Michigan, and our 7th annual Cannabis Business Summit and Expo, December 15th through 17th in San Francisco, plus the Northeast Cannabis Business Conference and Expo, December 7th through 8th. Reach out now to learn more about opportunities to secure your booth on the expo floor. And if you're interested in speaking, submit your proposal by May 24th. And hey, remember our brand new app, NCIA Mobile? Download it to your phone now in Google Play and the App Store. As always, subscribe to our weekly email newsletter and our weekly podcast, NCIA's Cannabis Industry Voice and NCIA's Cannabis Minority Report. In the meantime, our team in DC is staying on top of cannabis policy reform efforts in Congress, and NCIA's weekly webinar series keeps you connected with the industry, up to date on best practices and regulatory issues. Now's a great time to make sure you're following our social media channels on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to check out all the great content and inspiration we're sharing. If you're a member of NCIA, log into NCIA Connect and spark up a conversation with your fellow NCIA members and colleagues today. We'll see you next week.